Tricia L. Gleason, Assistant City Clerk, you are hereby directed to call a special session of the City Council to be held on Monday, May 18th, 2026 at 5:15 p.m. in the Historic Federal Building for the purpose of conducting two work sessions. First on Spring 2026 iJAG City Life and City Life Alumni Program presentation and recommendations, and second on the Community Foundation and recommendations, sorry. And then the second work session on Community Foundation Contracted Service Agreement Update.
Good evening and welcome to a special session of the Dubuque City Council for May 18th, 2026. As a reminder to our viewers and listeners, due to the nature of tonight's meeting topics, public input is not accepted. However, you may contact the City Council directly from the city's webpage at www.cityofdubuque.org/council contacts and through the City Clerk's office email at ctyclerk@cityofdubuque.org. Attendance at the session is as follows. Mayor Kavanaugh.
Here.
Council members Leindecker.
Here.
Resnick.
Here.
Roussel.
Here.
Sprank.
Here.
Staver.
Here.
Wethel.
Here.
City Manager Van Milligan.
Here.
City Attorney Brumwell.
Here.
Our work session topics tonight are at 5:15, Spring 2026 iJAG City Life and City Life Alumni Program presentation and recommendations, and at 6 o'clock, the Community Foundation Contracted Service Agreement Update. I'll now turn it over to Temwa.
Thank you so much. And so I just want to say good evening, Mayor Kavanaugh and Council, and also City Manager Mike Van Milligan. Really excited for the opportunity tonight to share more about our City Life program and just the impact that it's had on our residents across the Dubuque community. And so tonight's presentations that you're going to hear about are all about community connection and what happens when our residents of all ages are intentionally invited into a relationship with our city, with our staff, as well as supporting local businesses and with one another. So you'll hear directly from our youth and also our adult participants in our alumni group and about their experiences, and also just an overview that I'll provide for you on what City Life is about. So City Life is a program that is open to our whole entire community, and it is offered twice a year. But we also have a great partnership with our iJAG program, our Iowa Jobs for America's Graduates. And so that is offered to our high school students. And so it's an opportunity to build relationships with our city departments to find out the services. It's kind of like the behind the scenes, but not behind the scenes, but the behind the scenes of what goes on. And just, again, a great way for our community to find out how they can get involved in different capacities, whether it's a board and commissions, neighborhood associations, employment opportunities for our youth, internships, and other like job shadow opportunities too. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to our iJAG team with Casey Heslog, Casey Smith, Janie Heslog, and Sarah Padoff, or Chapman.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for having us, Mayor Kavanaugh and council members. I'm Casey Smith. I'm the program supervisor. And then we have one of our specialists here and a couple of students that they can introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Janie Hessong, and I am the iJAG teacher at Hempstead for the 11th and 12th graders.
Hi guys, my name is Julia Hubbard, and I'm a student in the program.
Hi, my name is Kyla Outlaw, and I'm a freshman, and I'm also in iJAG.
Okay, so we have some highlights for you. This is a partnership that's been going on for several years that we are just so thankful for. The main takeaways are we have students that we serve, 7th, 8th grade, throughout high school, and then when they turn seniors and graduate to whatever's next, we still support them for a full year after. So we have kind of 7th grade through that additional year after high school. So through different tactics, we really explore careers. What do you want to do? What are you interested in? If you don't know, who can we connect you with? How can we expose you? And City Life is an opportunity that allows that. So we have a little video of what took place this year.
can throw this on overlay.
Love it.
You're the bottom 10% of the entire country for that same time. I saw this and I was like, what's happening? This seems like a mistake. Does anybody have a thought about why?
AmeriCorps, okay.
That was America. So basically, and like confidence and like how you focus on yourself first. And we did like an activity with like a spoon where we try to improve on how we did, and we just focus on communication.
Awesome.
So make sure you don't do that. Once you have your son,
Automatically do have a library card with Carnegie Scout through your student ID. You won't be able to use the Hoopla services that way, but you would have Libby. You'll be able to check some stuff out.
Go.
So basically, we make these things from the library, and if you bring your own material, it's free.
Yep, bring your own material.
There's lots of things there that you can lace in. Oh yeah, you can put vinyl on shirts.
Yeah.
And puzzles.
What if I wanted?
What's that? It's the same, but it's on the other end. So it's actually Carnegie.
We're at Park and Recreation, and basically just like make the community better, and basically work on like the parks and the recreations. And in the summer they do like team jobs, and you get paid a lot of money and bankroll. And yeah, they just like look to make the parks better for the community.
Awesome. All right.
Who did City Life last year when we went down to the transit center? And there was a poster board of all of these pictures of what our parks and stuff could be, and you put a sticker on it.
Who knows what they want to be whenever they grow up? Solid. That's a good one.
A lot of the calls that I get on a day-to-day basis are dogs running loose.
Learn about the traffic and how cameras are controlled and how they're live and like. Oh, they make up to 69,000 to 100,000 or over.
Woo!
69,000 to 100, and there is a need.
Yeah, I just kind of remember, like, even when I was in college and for classes like this, like, those short
We're the communications and media department. Basically, what the department's about is mostly about animating and also kind of talking. It's like trying to explain something without actually, like, being part of like a news or like a journaling project. Just working on stuff that they really want to do. Mostly with like, I don't know, like Instagram, TikTok.
Social media, branding, websites, creativity. Yep.
Yeah, and the big or small or medium or just you, if you're able to like make something and like show it out, then it's able to where it can succeed.
Yes!
Cool. Okay. All right, let's give it up.
Walk out this way, be there for like 2 minutes, and then come back and I can get on.
So that's the coverage and frequency. How we build that? Yeah. That's how we build that.
Probably on all the shows you see them, they have to they lift them out and lower it down. We used to do that, but
Great. I'm gonna give you one of these here.
I'm gonna say I'm a freshman and I want to be an anesthesiologist.
Awesome. That was one of mine at one point too. So. Nurse. Great.
It's about like your backpack you gotta do. So that looks up to here, and it's like a speaker.
I was just in a car accident, and I think there's been.
Where are you located? Is it a real
I don't know what it is.
Here we go. Okay, so we learned, like the top 5 things that we learned that we thought were cool was that they hire like right after high school. You have to have a GED or a high school diploma. And then the starting rate is 27-ish, but like there's this girl, she makes like $35. Like she makes a lot of money.
Okay.
Oh, you work 4 to 12-hour shifts, like 4 shifts a week. And then the week after is 3 days, so it's like every other week it's like different. And then
I'm mad about that.
oh, and you have to be 18 diploma.
High school diploma, 18. You
When
work
you're ready.
4 days on, 3 days off, or vice versa.
So on holidays you get double pay.
Double pay on holidays.
Double and a half.
Okay.
Okay, some good highlights of, we did 4 different days this year. 2 where the kids and the students got to go out, and then 1 at each of the high school where we could show more students some opportunities. The path here, and I'm not gonna read through all the slides, but iJAG and what we're trying to do in partnership is explore interests, anything, expose them, and then get them into experiences that can connect to their future. So I think one of the big things is not just connecting them to anything, but connecting them to our community, and that's where it's really important. So one of the things that we do is career interest surveys. You've probably heard them over 1,000,000 times. You know, you take 50 questions and it gives you some ideas. We channeled this into the interest areas that we'd aligned with the opportunities that the students were gonna get as just another way to kind of speak a different language or talk, and that carried over into the initiatives of our community. So when you think about why city life is so important, we also can give an opportunity or a platform for students to be engaged, to learn, to have input. We call it voice and choice in our program. And this is gonna be really key moving forward as we're trying to get students to work-based learning opportunities. Sometimes there's challenges with that. We have a lot of secondary education in the Dubuque area that likes to take a lot of the internships that maybe our high school age can't, but we can do projects. So that's a big component of if there are initiatives in the community, if there is some space where students can have a voice, how can we connect that and help lift that up? Okay.
Okay, I am not Aiden Miller, but he, in the iJAG fashion, had to work today, so I'm going to speak on his behalf. So Aiden is a senior this year, and he got, through Temla, a job shadow with Joe Pregler. He's the head of IT for the city, yeah. So, which was great because when Aiden talks about IT, to me, that is a language I don't have in my wheelhouse. So it was great for him to get that opportunity through this, through this collaboration. But his biggest thing with city life is that he likes being able to understand how Dubuque runs, like how a city functions from behind the scenes, but having the real world application that he got with the one-on-one time with Joe Pregler was great for him. And yeah, he's gonna have a career in IT someday.
Hi, my name is Kyla Outlaw. I'm a freshman at Hempstead High School, and I'm in iJAG. And before doing the city life, I didn't realize how in sync that our city departments really are with each other. And so during that experience, I really got to see how in sync that they are and how well they work together. It's like a well-oiled machine, and it was a really awesome thing to see. And my next step is from high school. When I graduate, I am planning on going to college to possibly become a social worker and to possibly do a ride along with the foundation too and see where that goes. Thank you.
Hello, Mayor Kavanaugh and the members of City Council. My name is Jalea Hubbard, and I'm a junior at Dubuque Senior High School. And last November, I had the opportunity to give a speech in front of over 1,400 people. And through that experience, I was honored to be elected as Iowa Jobs for American Graduates State Career Association president. So in this role, I represent students all across the state of Iowa, and I help lead statewide initiatives and serve as the voice for my peers by promoting leadership, career readiness, and student success. While City Life may not always feature careers that directly match my personal interests, it was still an incredible experience that I value. It has helped me learn more about the city I live in and the opportunities right here in Dubuque. For example, through this past City Life events, I was introduced to a lifeguarding opportunity at Sutton, which is my job, and I truly enjoy it. And then events like this also allow me to strengthen my communication skills by interacting with professionals, building networking skills that will benefit me in the future, and step into leadership roles by supporting and encouraging my classmates. It has also helped me become more open and adaptable by learning how to value in opportunities and experiences, skills that I know I will carry with me behind my high school career. So thank you for your time in supporting opportunities like City Life that help students grow both personally and professionally.
Okay. I don't think I hope it's obvious the impact that you guys make. And so one of the things that we're looking at is a change or a hope for next year is, can we do an opportunity like this in the fall? Because what happens when it goes in the spring for our students, then summer hits, and we lose that momentum sometimes. So we are looking at alternative ways of exposure in the fall to then lead to those more one-on-one opportunities that hopefully we can get more students exposed to their community and have that buy-in. That's what we really want, is we want future leaders, we want future community members, but we would love selfishly for them to stay close to home and bring their energy that way. So bridging, just continuing to bridge that gap between interests, students, and then our community. I don't know if you want to do it now or let Temwa do the second, but if you want to ask some of the students questions, or would you like to wait till after?
Do we have another part?
He's going to do the alumni version after this. So with just iJAG, it's kind of now, so let's...
Yeah. Are you sticking around? For the whole
we
thing?
can, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to do the alumni part first?
Would that be okay
Yep,
with you?
that's
And then
fine.
we'll just do the questions afterwards,
Yep,
and that
no
way we
problem.
can kind of go there. Thank you so much.
First of all, I'm really blown away from the youth. They're just amazing. And it's, again, a great opportunity that we get to have of having them be a part of this. So without further ado, I'm going to turn this over to our adult City Life participants for them to also share out. So John.
Greetings. I'm John Uzel. Thank you for hearing us today. I almost missed my chance to get involved this year in City Life. My wife had mentioned to me last minute that, we should check that out, find out some more about the city we've lived in for years. And I am so thankful and so glad that we did have a chance to check it out. We learned quite a bit more about the city than either of us really understood about the operation of the city. Moreover, I've talked to a lot of people since I went through the program, and we've had good communication with folks about wanting to learn more about what is that you did. I saw you were out with the city. What was that you were doing? And so I found some really good conversation there. One of the things, though, I wanted to point out was over the last few years, one of the things that stuck out to me about our community overall is often I'll hear from people who want to very publicly or very loudly voice displeasure over something or disagreements, an action or a movement by the city. And this is the part that we debated whether we were going to do we want to talk about negative? I think it's important to know that programs like this that inform citizens about the city, about how things work, having a better understanding and better knowledge about what it is that the entire city does, you know, what each of your areas of the city, what that means to everybody. It gives a better sense for us and for anybody who potentially will be going through the program about how it's all connected. What does it mean? It's not just, oh, it's an expenditure here. Oh, it's something, a bill, something was passed over here. It's better understanding overall. And I am looking forward in encouraging both family, friends, coworkers in future iterations to get involved with the program, to check it out and find out more about what it is that the city does. Thanks.
Hi, my name's Tommy Mentz, and I was born and raised in Dubuque. I got invited to City Life by a personal email, then a text a few days before registration ended. That text reminded me when it totally just passed my mind. I went into this event knowing very little about it and Dubuque. Walking into the Multicultural Family Center on day one, I only knew Temwa and a few other employees. So at the start, everyone got up from their table to form a group circle to get to know each other. One person expresses an interest to then another person coming up that has the same interest. Then that person moves on to a different interest, and so it goes on. This helped us each learn one thing about each other, making it easier to talk to each other. Just a reminder, this is the very first day of City Life. Like, we did not know each other at all. So this program has helped me form new relationships that continue beyond City Life. A big example would be the group chat that was made with Jeremiah, Annabelle, Cara, and myself. First time meeting up after City Life was Annabelle inviting all of us over for dinner and then going to Wild West Wednesday after. I've been invited to dinner mainly by family, so this really stuck out to me. The next was the first Friday art gallery tour. I had no idea about this, but I was open to going, and I had a very fun evening going around, looking at art, and checking out shops I hadn't seen in a while. From this, you can tell that relationships formed within City Life can go much beyond it. Thank you for supporting this wonderful program.
Hi, good evening. My name is Jeremiah Allen. I'm a recent graduate from Loras College. One of the many important topics in my study in public health is the social determinants of health. Of the 5 determinants, social and community context is the one that is most relevant in my message to you guys today. In the city of Dubuque's goal for 2030, there is a goal to have a connected community. This goal sticks out to me the most. I believe that this goal is directly achievable through the City Life program, the City Life Alumni program. Tim Waugh has gathered an intelligent group of people to create an alumni board, a group that is responsible for maintaining connections for those who have graduated from the City Life program. The City Life program exposes the public to each other, departments that contribute to the city community, and also the local food that are really good. However, the City Life Alumni Board is focused on the retention of these people. The Alumni Board is meant to show the city's efforts to maintain the community that is already built by the City Life program. Although we are still in the process of building this alumni group, we wanted to share some of the ideas that we had come up with so far. In the picture that is us, we're brainstorming and we are coming up with different ideas. We actually wind up filling out that entire wall. That took a while. We are thinking about adding 2 additional meetings annually for the Alumni City Life program. The creation of a website specifically for the City Life program, including ways that people can be connected to the city and county community outside of the program. Creating a forum so that people who are interested in joining the City Life program and the alumni who have already gone through it can make suggestions to tell us what they're interested in seeing the City Life program do. Educational events about things that are happening in Dubuque and educating people that programs like this truly exist. Things to do and teaching what City Life program does, especially targeting college students, deciding whether or not to stay in Dubuque when they graduate or not. The City Life program is great, but with the proper marketing, exposure, and efficiency retention program, the City Life can play a huge role in improving the social community engagement in Dubuque. Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor Kavanaugh and members of the City Council. Thank you for allowing me to address you this evening. My name is Jeff Deacon, and I've recently relocated to the vibrant city of Dubuque from Fort Madison, Iowa, and looking forward to moving my family here this summer and embracing our new hometown. As a recent graduate of the City Life program, I've come here to thank you for having the vision and foresight to develop such an impactful program and to recognize the value and to continue to sustain it. The Community Impact and Neighborhood Support Department is an incredible team of passionate leaders that well serves residents of Dubuque. My esteemed colleagues have spoken eloquently about the heart of the city, the skilled and gregarious staff of the great city of Dubuque. I was impressed with all of them, and they deserve our praise. The impact City Life had on me was the exposure to the backbone, or the infrastructure of the city, the systems that allow the city to function relatively seamlessly to the casual citizen observer. During the tour of the Water and Resource Recovery Center, I observed a modern and well-maintained facility that operated by a knowledgeable and competent staff. They work in a dirty business, but you wouldn't know that from the tour of the facility. As a group, we got to participate in the Ready, Set, Sort video game at the Solid Waste Agency website. I applaud a team that developed a video game to educate the public of all ages on improving our solid waste streams. The remainder of the website, while not so entertaining, is informative and well done. The answers to any refuse question I could formulate, how to dispose of a mattress, electronics, paint, was all there right at your fingertips. It is impressive. The conditions and the infrastructure of Dubuque do not show a city living in its past. They demonstrate a vibrant city with an expectation of a bright future. All the representatives that spoke to our group discussed their vision to continue to improve their areas of responsibility to improve the conditions for the citizens of Dubuque. There are now over 30 new citizens of Dubuque that have gained this positive insight to the workings of our fine city through the City Life program. We City Life alumni also have a better understanding on how we can contribute to Dubuque's future. You should be proud of both the outstanding personnel and the facilities Dubuque has to offer. You have an exceptional team. It's hard to stand out among so many positives, yet your ambassador to Dubuque certainly does. I have never met someone so positive, so energetic, so gracious. His interactions with everyone result in a smile and a warm handshake, if not a hug. And Mr. Temoa Prii, you have the best possible advocate for the future of Dubuque. Thank you once again for your leadership and support to the City Life program.
All right. First, I want to just say thank you to all the participants, that, the residents that came up and being able to be a part of this and taking their time out to share how this program has impacted them. And I'd be remiss that I need to give a shout out to our city departments, because they're the ones that also make this possible, for the fact that they make the program so entertaining, so engaging. They're answering all the questions, being able to take our residents around throughout the facilities, as you heard also. Just the excellent care that they have, and it shows, and it's felt by the participants. So I just want to say thank you to all the city departments that are always willing and able to be a part of this, and as we continue to grow, having those partnerships. And speaking on partnerships, just giving a shout out also to our Community Foundation of Greater Dubuque there. So we have Alex Baum, who also presented and did the data walk, again, talking about connectedness and how it's important within our community. Having Nick Hockenberry and also Maddie as well, too, for them with the Greater Dubuque Development Corporation and the Community Foundation, for them sharing the different opportunities that we can connect with employment. So just wanted to take the time to give that shout out, as well as our businesses that have been participating in this program. What I really appreciate the most is not only the hard work that our local businesses have in the art that in their craft, but how they also kind of share with us that they look forward to city life, because once they are there serving the food, they do hang around and they listen to some of the different presenters, and they walk away like, wow, this is a really cool opportunity, and they learned a little bit more about it. And what's great is also our opportunity of being able to support them. And as you can see, the program has been growing exponentially over the years. There's a high interest for it. And again, it's one that is all about showing people how they can contribute to the future of what our community looks like, how they can get involved, how they can have their thoughts, their ideas kind of placed out there, whether it's the boards and commissions, neighborhood associations, or employment. So data-wise, since the 2013 of inception, we've had over 372 participants that go through the program. 67 of them have been on boards and commissions, and that's if they indicated on their application that they went through the program. Again, a huge testament to how much the program is growing and impacting. And let's see. And so I wanted to also just share that this program directly aligns with our city's vision around building more connected community. And so when residents feel connected, they're more likely to stay in Dubuque, that they're also likely to participate in community initiatives or being able to support local businesses as they are getting exposed to the different variety of vendors that we have, more likely to volunteer and also to lead, more likely to build relationships across backgrounds and experiences. And one of the cool things is City Life is able to create that space for where people who may never normally cross paths together, that they get the opportunity to do that and connect. Now, this is a side joke, but also true, but making friends as an adult is hard. And so City Life does make it a little easier. So again, just want to say thank you to everyone that's involved in this. And the future-wise for our program is looking at being able to develop and recognize that there are barriers and opportunities that we could still grow in. And one of those is being able to transportation accessibility. So we've had a few people that have reached out that they've wanted to be a part of the program, but transportation was a barrier. So we're being proactive of being able to explore and find some different ways that we can get them connected. I also got to give a shout out that one of the barriers we used to have before was childcare. And so we've partnered with our AmeriCorps, and Sarah Berna has been amazing with her team of being able to provide some child enrichment activities for them during the program to allow their parents to be able to participate. Also, as far as the program capacity, as we've seen that there's a huge interest that we've been having with our program. So trying to find ways that we can get more people involved and engaged, and maybe it's outside of offering it twice a year, and with our alumni group, being able to explore different opportunities and ways that we can make that happen. So ultimately, City Life is helping residents not only better understand Dubuque, but also see themselves as part of its future. It's creating stronger relationships between residents and our local government and community organizations and businesses. And most importantly, is also helping people feel connected to the place that they call home. So I want to thank you again for your continued support for the City Life program. And we appreciate the opportunity to share these experiences with you. So
that's great.
Yeah.
All right, Tim. Well, thank you very much.
Yep.
So we've got about 10 minutes left here to be able to talk about this a little bit more. Let me first just say thank you, especially to Jeff, Jeremiah, Tommy, John, Kyla, and Jalea for sharing your experiences. Really appreciated being able to hear that. And just how, if you noticed, everybody was a little bit different in their experience and what they really got from this. But there was a theme through there about an understanding of what the city does and that feeling of connection to the city government, but then also just the community itself. And I think that's exactly what we're trying to do here with City Life, and I'm glad to hear you say what you said, so thank you for that. I do want to open it up, but I think right away I want to ask the question, because you're saying there's some things you'd like to see. We heard we'd like to see iJAG in the fall. In addition to the spring, is that, you can just shake your head, or just once? Just, is one in the fall, instead, so fall instead of spring maybe. Okay, so let's start with that. If you were to do that, how would that occur? Would that be something that's just a matter of changing processes, or do you need something from the city council eventually to get that done?
So looking at changing processes, but also one of the things that we're trying to figure out is what other supports maybe we can add to the students' experiences. Now, with the City Life, our regular City Life program, we do have the ability to provide some opportunities and exposure to local businesses.
Mm-hmm.
So, future sight of how can that look like with being able to also connect our high school students as well too.
Okay. And then in order to be able, I noticed, can you go back one slide, what you had there? You said there's some capacity issues, and then I'm sure that additional offerings would mean, I mean, there's a cost to this. There would mean some funding to be able to do that as well. Is that kind of, am I on the right track with those things?
Correct, yeah. So the funding wise, with the capacity of having 30 people, we're kind of teetering, pushing it a little bit there. And so we want to increase the number of residents that are able to participate and experience this program. And so just exploring different ways that maybe we can get creative of being able to support more participants, but also connecting them with our local businesses that we can provide that food and experience. So.
Got it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure you can handle 100, Temla. I mean, with your energy
Yeah.
level. I'm just kidding. I'm
Bring some
totally
bread.
joking, just so you know. Jalea, did you say you talked to over 1,000 people for that presentation? Is that what you said? Yeah. Yeah. 1,500. You got me beat. I'm the mayor of this town. You got me beat. I don't think I've ever talked to a room of 1,500 people. So that's really impressive.
Come up and give a little shout out. So she is our state iJAG president, and what that means is she's gone to DC in the fall for leadership.
Very cool.
She just went to Salt Lake City for our national career competition, and she's going back to DC in the fall for the second wave of leadership skills.
Wow.
So every program that we have 7 in Dubuque. Every teacher, they get to create their own officers and own almost like student government. She is that version for us for the state. So out of everybody in the state, they picked her.
Wow.
To be Madam President, like we like to call her. And then after this, there is opportunities for others to either also run for a state one or a national one. So Iowa has had 2 national officers the past couple years, which is, again, just how can we connect them? How can we build leadership? But she really wants to be the voice of her peers. And so it's a bigger thing than I think a lot of people know. So
Wow.
a little
Thank you very much. We are looking forward to voting for you for president someday. Just so you know. Thank you for what you did. All right, I want to open it up to any other questions. I know we've got a few minutes here before we have to move on to our next work session at 6 o'clock. So Ms. Roussel, please.
Thank you. It was wonderful to hear all these insights. Thank you to all of you who came up to share. I truly believe that making connections, being involved, being engaged in your community is what makes Dubuque your home, our home. And I really think that building this alumni association is so exciting because it truly means that this was a meaningful experience that you want to grow and expand. And I just want to tell you that I'm really looking forward to seeing what comes of this organization in the future. So thank you for sharing, and Temwa, thank you for your leadership. You're outstanding.
Thank you.
Others? No? No others? Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for this. I think we heard some very good things, like I already mentioned, about what this program does for people who are going through it. And I'm glad you pointed out the fact that it also builds a level of trust with government that is closest to you, with your city government. And I think that that's a very important factor in this situation. And Temla, I appreciate you bringing up the fact that you do have a capacity. You may seem amazing and you're doing all these things, but you do have a capacity, and we need to make sure we recognize that too. We would love to see just hundreds of people go through this in a year's time, but it's hard to do that. There's a cost to it. There's, you need more people to be able to do it, and your connections and partnerships like you mentioned. So we'll keep that in mind as we keep thinking about this. I, for one, I do not need to be sold on the benefits of City Life. I think it's just obvious what this program really is. And I really do enjoy the connection that we have with iJAG. I want to point that out specifically. Last couple of years, you've invited me to talk and just really hang out. I mean, I just hung out at Hempstead for like a whole day when I was there this year, and it was really fun to have some really good in-depth conversations with our community's future leaders, people who are going to be leaders, people who are going to be working in the workforce here in Dubuque, because that is the goal, right? To have that connection and have people stay. So it is wonderful to have that opportunity. So thank you for everything that you're doing. We appreciate it. We look forward to hearing more again next year.
Thank you. And I just wanted to make one last shout out also to our fines and fees participants. So within our department, the Office of Community Impact and Neighborhood Support, we do have residents that are volunteering their time, and they're part of the fines and fees program. And so they were a huge help and asset of being able to support this City Life, from setting up, from tearing down, but then also being participants too. It's like, wow, I did not know that, asking questions for their own experiences that they're having. So just wanted to give a
Thanks for
shout out
mentioning
to
that. That's really important. Thank you, Tamara. All right. Okay.